Hi, this is Susan. Thanks for joining us today. I have a question for you. What would happen to your car if you did not give it any oil? Okay, that might be a little unrealistic because obviously it wouldn't run. What if you only gave it a third of the oil it needed? Or even say half the oil it needed? Well, it would run, but it probably wouldn't run very well. So, what does oil do for a car? Here's a quote from the website Wonderopolis. Automobile engines have many moving parts. As these parts move and rub against each other, the force of friction creates heat. Oil lubricates the engine and absorbs heat, allowing the internal parts to work together effectively without overheating. So you're probably sitting there going, okay, Susan, why are you telling me about oil in my car? I thought this was a health class about humans. Well, oil to a car is like water to humans. Let me read that quote again. Replacing the car parts and oil with body parts and water. Humans have many moving parts. As these parts move and rub against each other, the force of friction creates heat. Water lubricates the body and absorbs heat, allowing the internal parts to work together effectively without overheating. Water is essential to the human body. You can eat healthy, sort of like giving your car the top gasoline. You can exercise, just like taking your car out and not letting it sit for months at a time. You can get good sleep. You can have good hygiene. Those are all important pieces of living a happy, healthy, energetic life. But without water or enough water, your body is not running at optimum levels, just like oil in a car. So think of your brain as having a bunch of gears up there trying to turn. But without enough water, they can't get through the motions. They're not hydrated, and they're not getting the nutrients that they need from the other things that you eat and drink, which a lot of times are brought to your brain because of the hydration in the water. So what happens when your brain is dry? Well, you have headaches, sleepiness, a lack of concentration, brain fog, dry scalp, chapped lips. The first thing that I ask my son whenever he says he has a headache is, how much water have you had? So, how much water do we need? The old rule of thumb is the 8x8 rule, which is 8-ounce glasses of water a day. However, there are many sources now that say to drink half your body weight in ounces per day. So, for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, then you should drink 75 ounces of water per day. Now, this is an estimate. Obviously, some may need a little more or less, depending on factors like your activity level, your exposure to sun, or other elements. That's just really a good starting point for you. Okay, so now you might be saying, holy cow, 75 ounces of water a day is a lot of water. Well, let me put it to you like this. The next time you go to get your oil changed, tell the mechanic that you only want him to put half the amount of oil that your car needs in the engine. And then don't be surprised when your car isn't running very well or doesn't last as long. So you kind of see my point now about the car and oil. Here's some tips for drinking water. Use the same size of cup or bottle. If you can do that, then you have a better way of tracking your water intake. So if you're using an 8-ounce bottle, try to use that continually. So you know, hey, I've had 3 of these. I've had 24 ounces of water. Also, if you're using glass or stainless steel container, you can actually add a drop of your favorite Young Living essential oil to the water. Like some good ones are lemon, orange, tangerine. There's quite a few. But anyways, add a drop to your water so you're going to get some added benefits from that water. Another tip is take baby steps in drinking water. So for example, if you're currently drinking 2 glasses of water a day, up it to 3. And, you know, while that may not be your ultimate goal, you're slowly increasing your water intake. Stay at 3 for a while and then up it to 4. So take your time if that's what you need to do and what will work and last. And then lastly, another tip would be to reward yourself. So, like as an example, once I finish this glass of water, I can have my cup of coffee, or I can have my glass of tea or my soda, whatever it is that you're sort of rewarding yourself with, you know, and eventually you'll want to cut some of that stuff out. But for now, like I said, just get into a good routine, a good habit of drinking water. So I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to message myself, Susan Hotelling, or my friend and co-host, Tracy Bloomberg. So have a great day. Here's to drinking more water. See you next time.